Okay, and we're in. Right. Today we're going to be playing as the Creeper. So, I have no idea what to do, so let's start with this. Hello, I'm the Data Extraction and Threat Halt Assistant. I'm here to teach you how to use the tools at your disposal. The Structure tab contains basic tools such as Mesh Deployment and the Crimsonator. The Weapons tab contains your weapons, which is Emitter, Launcher and Stash. The Special tab contains Weird Experiments, which is a lore. You may notice that the arsenal at your disposal is a little bit different from what we're usually using. Usual stuff is good for defense and all that, but not very offensive. That's why we developed this attack arsenal. These units can be built and destroyed easily so you can move your attack force. However, they need much more power to work. This power comes from the urn reactor of system. Every urn we're assigning to this reactor allows to run one unit from your arsenal. We can put 2 urns at your disposal for the beginning of the mission. Every urn you recover will be transmitted to our reactor and its power will be yours. So, earned units and earned portal and priority targets. Note that building more units than you can supply will result in a global power shortage and all your arsenal will stop working. Okay. Mesh deployment orders, they exist in 2 sizes, 1x1 and 3x3. They do nothing until they're at least flooded in level 1 Creeper. When they disappear and place mesh, note that the 3x3 needs to be entirely flooded in Creeper. It's faster to use but less precise. They don't take space and can overlap if needed. They are very basic and don't need earned power to work. The X mesh orders are used to remove mesh. The removers always work, no matter how much Creeper there is on them. Earn powered units. The Crimsonator uses earn power to turn creep into Crimson Creeper, which is tougher. When it runs, the black sphere turns bright magenta. Your basic weapon is the emitter base. It uses earn power to sustain an emitter. However, it must be activated once by being entirely flooded in level 2 Creeper. It lays mesh under itself on activation. The emitter disappears upon destruction of the base, or when you're on earn shortage. Your ranged weapon is the launcher. It uses earn power to create spores, blobs, or skimmers. It must be activated once by being entirely flooded in level 2 Creeper. It can launch one every 20 seconds and has 3 targeting options: random, structure, and location. Random is random, structure is random token, random structure, and location uses a target you can set. Okay. Awesome. Your stash base uses earn power to accumulate Creeper and release it all at once when it's full. However, it must be activated once by being entirely flooded in level 2 Creeper. Okay. When a unit has been activated, the dark part in the middle of the structure becomes bright red. Structures can be activated during earn shortage, but won't work until you decrease your power use. There is only one experiment in our current arsenal. It's called the Lore. It uses earn power to simulate a huge creeper spike on its position, attracting all mortar shots to itself, even when there's no actual creeper, if it's in their range. Distract mortars from waves that are flooding them. It needs to be activated too by being entirely flooded level 2 creeper. Okay. The Rift Lab. If we take it out, all their weapons will run out of power in no time. Once it's done, you can rift jump using your own drive back to the hive. That's all for now. Now get rid of this lab. Okay, so it's very complicated, but let's just get straight into it. Where is the creeper? Over there. So it wants me to start over here. We're surrounded by 2 shields and a cannon, so it's going to be a bit of a difficult one. Let's stick the emitter like slap bang in there, and then if I click on this, I don't have to make it earn 1. It will just emit. Okay, and then if I unpause, it is emitting, but it is also going to get destroyed very quickly. So stash and launcher is interesting, mesh is interesting. We'll see how this goes. Honestly, I wouldn't mind putting down some mesh like down here just to help buff it up a bit. Okay, so we do have wave coming in, and it should do okay against these cannons, but it's going to be difficult. Oh, I'd love to get rid of you. I'm almost thinking, actually, we do need a launcher. We can put the launcher in there. And then we want to change this. Spore, blob, or skimmer. Skimmer. There. Target location. Target this. Is it going to make it? Are those snipers? And is that a missile? Because if so, it's not going to do anything. And this shield is going to take way too long to destroy. How long is it? There you go, 1 second delay. Yeah, they just get destroyed straight away. Okay. And spores are going to get destroyed. Okay, I'm actually thinking we could destroy this. And we could put a stash here. And that will just grow huge. And then let out. and then once it lets out we can get rid of it and we can stick in like a Crimson, and I think that'll do everything we needed to do. Yeah, because this thing will get huge and then it will just shoot out loads of creep everywhere. We are doing well against this, but the problem is we're now absorbing the creep, so we can't send it out as much. And they do have a mortar, and then obviously they have these snipers and this rocket. Once we get rid of that, we can start getting blobs. There's snipers over here, but nothing here, nothing here, and that's an urn unit as well. So if the snipers can't reach that, we could just go for that, and then that way we'll be attacking from in here, so then this will be their new front line. And if we can kind of like destroy this, then we can smash through here, get rid of this, and then are there urn units over here? I assume there is. But that would be good for us. The stash is about to go. I just want to see it shoot out tons of creep. But it's going to be a slow process. I almost want to double speed it, but I want to be able to like react in a good time. And we are constantly touching this shield over here. I don't know if we're touching this one. No, we're not. But if we can get rid of like this, it will slow down their generation so much faster. Okay, Stash, are you almost done? What is delta and cover? Who knows? There's a lot of things to understand. Okay, there we go. So then we destroy this, and we go to structure, and we go to Crimson. Boom. And that will make it stronger. It won't be that much stronger, but it will be stronger. So now I need all of this to flood back. But it's not going to do it fast enough. That is hella unfortunate. Yeah, look at this wave coming. And if that had been Crimsified, that would have been so good. We might genuinely just have to put another Stash in here. And just go with Stash. Okay, wasn't meant to do that. I was meant to destroy that. And I think we just keep building up Stashes. Because if you see, this guy's on like nothing. So eventually he would keep getting lower and lower. And they have a mortar here. And they have a mortar here. But we should be able to deal with that using this. My emitter did break for a second though. Okay. Can we speed it up? Oh yeah, 2 times, 4 times. We'll just make it 4 times for now, just to get through this. Yeah, see the stash store's 2,000, which is huge. No, I don't feel like this level is changing at all. We have to have an emitter there though, otherwise we won't have any creep. I could just build a nice big mesh here. Just for the sake of it. Ooh. Okay, well that expanded out huge. Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. I'm trying to think what more I can do. But if I send in blobs, they're not going to do anything because of the snipers. I can't send in spores because of the missiles. It's a real difficult one. And they've got this guy here with the mortars who just have enough to deal with it. Ooh, it broke through here, did it not? It looks like it broke through the shield. It's really hard to tell. But if I keep going with this, I think I'm just going to be stuck at an equilibrium. I don't know if Stash was the way to go. It's very fluid on high speeds though, which I do like. You see, it just doesn't reach the shield. And the Stash does not rebuild in time to deal with it. Okay, after this Stash we're going to switch back to a launcher and we'll go from there. Yeah, slow down, slow down, slow down. Destroy that. Weapon. Launcher. Stick it back here. And let's change this to location. Spore. And put it here. And hopefully they won't all get destroyed by these missiles. Because the snipers are too much. We can't do anything with the snipers. And if we destroy that shield, it will be huge for us because we can start sneaking around here. That is an urn-powered cannon as well. So if we destroy these missiles and these snipers, yeah, they just destroy it straight away. Okay, change it to a blob. And they're still going to destroy it. The snipers are going to destroy it. How often does it do it? Every 20 seconds. Yeah, it's just too much. What am I supposed to do here then? Yeah, they're all just getting destroyed, bro. I could sit here and blob for ages, it's not going to do anything. The spores just get exploded straight away by this guy. Okay, maybe we just get a second emitter, low-key. Just have double production. It doesn't actually tell me what their emittance value is. But I mean, that might be able to push back. It doesn't really look like it's making any advancement. I think these cannons just are too much. But if that's the case, what are we supposed to do here? Because we can't destroy this shield. Like if I put my mesh over here, and I put my mesh over here, you know, what's that actually doing? Literally nothing. So that means it's supposed to travel this way, but the mortars are just too much. Unless we can get it to move faster. Yeah, I'm just placing down loads of mesh here, and that's supposed to like make this bigger, right? I swear mesh is supposed to make it bigger? I don't know. I don't know how this is supposed to work now. Yeah, see, I'm getting some structure over this side, which is good. Constantly distracting the mortar. Can I start crimsoning it? Is that going to help defend it? I don't know if that's going to be enough to push it out, you know. It doesn't give me any information about the emitter, so I just assume it's constantly emitting stuff. But I can definitely see the crimson is surviving better against the weapons. Still not quite enough. If I start speeding this up, does it slowly advance? I think so, but they're getting enough ammo back to just constantly shoot, and that's the issue that I'm having. And it does look like I'm breaking through the shield, but like realistically I'm not, you know. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna move much further forward. I'm now up against this shield, so I have done bits over here, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah, the lore needs to be completely covered, and if it takes up a thing as well, like that's horrid. I just stopped my production like an idiot. So now I've just reset all of the progress I made. Well, I'm kind of stuck, to be honest. I don't really know what else I can do here. Because the spores are just going to get destroyed as soon as I spawn them in. And I thought the crimson would help, but it's not enough. It's not strong enough. And with the relay line they've got set up, like they're just going to be getting huge speed on their energy. So now I'm just at this in-between state. Okay. Let's destroy this. Let's put the stash back on. Actually, cancel that. Let's put the stash over here. Like right up against the shield. And see if we can force break the shield. Because if we can, that'd be huge. But I'm not 100% sure if that's a thing. And we took down their cannons. We depleted their ammo huge. So that also helps quite a bit. There we go, huge stash. Yeah, like it looks like it's trying to push into the shield, but I don't know if it actually is or if that's fake. Oh, no, it actually is. Okay, that's huge. That's huge for us. Oh, I'm hearing things. Sounds like some banging's going on. Come on, Stash, I need you to build faster than that, because once they get their relay back up, they'll just start rebuilding this whole area. And you are so close. 17, 18, 19, boom. And now everything just go crazy. It's going to be too much for this cannon to handle. Yeah, we're just destroying all their towers, all their relays, and starting to spread out this way. That's what we need to keep doing, because now our stash is going to start building faster than they can rebuild, and we'll just start making it round here. Low key, if we can destroy this, come round to their missile, that would be huge. We want to take out their power, if anything, but this thing being earned powered is hard. So we need the creep to creep over here. If we can get it to build up down here, and we can set up a launcher down here, then we can send blobs over here. But it's going to take some work for the creep to spread that far. It's going to take a lot of work for the creep to spread that far, because it takes so long for this stash to go, and it's not loading the way we want it to load completely. Yeah, it's just disappearing. I need to get something down. Low-key, if I get some mesh over here, I can start getting this place filled out properly the way I need to. Yeah, see, look at that. And then the creep will stay here. And then we could just keep heading this way. We don't really want it down there, we want it down here. But that would be huge for us. And then the creep will just kind of stay in this range. We want it to get like past here, over this way, so it can flow down. We did just take something out, and we're making it really... They can't build relays because of our stash. Maybe we just get the bigger mesh, and we just go like all the way across, like this, because that will fill in all the gaps. Oh yeah. But we kind of need to come down there and hit where this relay is. If we can get like a little bit set up over here and stop them from being able to build relays, then that will be huge for us. Like, it's just not meshing where I need it to mesh. Yeah, mesh here. See, look, it meshes here and then it levels out too much. Maybe it would be better if I swap them around. But they aren't able to build another relay there, which I think is helping. I mean, we are spreading bit by bit every time, so we're covering like a little bit more area, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to get all the way down there where we need it to get, because we are kind of filled in here, which is also distracting their mortar and distracting this. I think after we're at a comfortable position over here, then we move this side. But I need the creep to travel more. Like, I need it to travel over this mesh over here. Just fill all of this in with mesh. I think this is what you're supposed to do anyway. It's the most progress we made since we started the map. Yeah, see, and then this mesh, it just like dissipates, and then is there still creep there? Like, barely. So I either need to move the stash out further, or I need to move the stash this side. So moving the stash that side could be good. I don't even know if that's enough to start producing, because it's not completely covered, and that's what I'm worried about. No, it's not producing. I need more mesh to fill in these gaps over here. See, why is it not filling in these gaps? Why are there gaps in the mesh? I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. Does it work there? It does work there. And then the problem is it does suck creep away from other places to be stashed up and then shot out. And because of that, my emittance will be lower over here. I mean, we're still doing a good job because of the mesh, stopping this from reloading. But is this stash going to be enough? I would even like to move it further up, to be honest. But I'll have to let it go one more time before I can. So I need it to be covered enough for it to start working. I was going to say, why wouldn't it let me destroy the stash? Oh no, we've made a big error here. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, bro. No, I messed it up. I messed it up. Okay. How do you reset, bro? Yep. Okay, well now we're going to take the knowledge that we just learned, and we're going to put it over here. Yeah, there's no other place for the creep to start, so it obviously wants you to start here with your emitter. But at least now we know. We want mesh, like, all over. As soon as possible. Honestly, we should be using the bigger one. Just like that. Just everywhere. Because the more mesh, the better. Just anywhere there isn't mesh, just put mesh down. Cool. Right, and now we get a stash. We put it here. And that's as close to here as we can get. Don't know if it's going to be good enough because they've got the two mortars this side. It's going to be a lot more difficult. But I needed more. I need more creep, you know, so that when I could move the emitter over here, and this way would work because it just goes downhill. It doesn't come up the way that this one does. Unfortunately, we can't terraform, so we're just gonna have to deal with that. Right, let's stick it to 4 times speed. We know what we're doing. Not really, but we'll go for it with it. Yeah, see, it shoots out. It touches the shield, but is it? It's not quite enough to make it. I don't know what else we're supposed to do. Unless we put the stash here and then we move it down so it can hit the sniper. That's the only other thing, and then once the sniper's gone, we can send out like blobs or something to come down here. if we set up like a spore launcher here. We just need more As soon as we get rid of our stash, they'll deplete all of our creep. Like, I'm not really 100% sure on how all this mesh stuff works. We did use that wave to start the stash though, which was quite sneaky. It's taking a long time to stash up though. But I can't remember how many it took to destroy this last time. 2 or 3 easily. Yeah, start stacking mesh up all over here. And just keep going until it pushes in. Come on, stash. And hit. Start doing damage. Huge. There we go. So that's shield destroyed. And we just need to then get this mesh filled up with creep. And that will stop them from rebuilding these relays that they're rebuilding. Come on, stash. Do your thing. Do your thing. Nice. Nice. And we can even mesh down here and just start getting all of this turned into that weird meshy blue stuff. Not that I really know what it does, but I'm sure it's good. We just need the mesh, we need the spitter to build faster. I think the only way to do that is to put an emitter next to it. So I might have to destroy this and just instantly put another one next to it, which is going to be really tight. Like low-key, what if I put this like here? I should put this on 1x speed while I do this. Oh my god, it wouldn't cancel. Destroy. There we go. And now we're emitting over this side. Much better. And we could do that again over here with another stash and just move ourselves around slowly. But I think I'm good enough at the game to be able to do that properly. Yeah, I think the mesh just like, for the most part, keeps the creep at like a certain level. I'm not too sure, but it stops the pylons from being built over here, so that's good. And it's sending waves out this way, which is also good. Oh, it's going to be real hard to set the stash up here. Let me come around and just have a look at this terrain and see how I'm going to do this. Right, let's let this stash build. We can actually just pause as well. There we go. Okay, pause. Destroy. Play pause. That's the furthest it can go. Okay. We still moved it as far as possible. Is it working? Why doesn't it look like it's working? I don't know if it's working, you know. Okay, I messed up somehow. I thought the whole thing was covered, to be honest. Can you send your stash out? That's not going to be enough to cover the emitter. Okay, so we're going to have to try that again. God, this is so annoying. Yeah, I get it. Right. Yeah, just set mesh up all over here. Because I want it to go that way. And then we'll set a stash up there, and we'll play. And you just need to emit out to this thing. Actually, low-key, in the beginning, second emitter, just like ASAP, might be really good. Just to build up our creep levels and get our mesh filled in. So that is enough to keep these creep levels really high. Destroy these, put a stash there. Seems to be working. And then we use this stash to break through here, and then we switch to a second emitter to fill in this zone. Okay, come on my bro, it's taking you a long time to stash up. I just don't know where the first and to get like, if I can come around here and use a blob, then yeah, I can destroy that, because I can destroy all of this, take out their energy production, and then boom, they're screwed, right? But it takes a lot of time to get to that point. Why is this now struggling to do this? Especially with the emitter right next to it. Okay, there we go. Bro is getting rebuilt while inside the creep, which doesn't make much sense to me, but hey ho. Right, I think we want to put an emitter here. Is this going to get covered enough? It is. Okay, sweet. And now we're just double emitting around here. We should leak onto that pylon. Good. And it's actually leaking onto the sniper. Just barely. Because there's that much of it. If we can destroy that sniper, it will be huge for us. If we can destroy that tower, this sniper's abandoned. Yeah, sniper's gone. But they are trying to build it back ASAP. Okay, so here's what we do. Destroy that. And then we put a stash right here. How is that not enough? The emitter is right next to it. Is it because there's no mesh? I'm so confused right now. Like, what the fuck? Why is the mesh not meshing? Cool. I'm getting the feeling like maybe this level is just a bit buggy. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're gonna tell me there isn't enough there for another emitter, like, are you insane? No, I have no stash. I'm worried that wherever I put it, it's not going to be enough to restart. Yeah, bro, it just didn't. Okay, do you know what? Change the plan. Bun this game. Very disappointing, you know? Very disappointing.